Hello guys, this is Terry from Genki Gaming TV coming at you with another Yokai Watch ShadowSide episode review. Today's episode is episode 7, which is Keisuke Onna. As many of you know, face is cow, and Onna is short for Onanoko, which is a woman. And the synopsis of this episode is rather simple, and it's basically there was a woman going around, a Keisuke Onna, asking, "Am I pretty?" And as soon as she lifts her hair, her face splits in two, scaring the person completely. And in this situation, basically what all has actually happened was the episode starts out like it does normally. We get the whole synopsis thing right away. And the Keisuke Onna ends up scaring an adult. And I believe that myself and Hawa-chan and myself and Melody Bloom were talking about how an adult attack was going to be coming soon. And I can't remember the lady's name, but she is a friend of Nate and Katie's. Apparently she is like a close friend. At least that's what I could kind of get from context. I think her name was Azusa. Very cute name, by the way, but that's besides the point. But we got a lot of nice comedy in this episode. G10 Jr., my dude, was hilarious. Keisuke sneaks into the detective agency and goes, as if he was being watched by something. And it turns out he just wanted to eat his lollipop or his sucker in peace. But no, G10's like, give me some of that, And we get a cute little scene of Keisuke and G10 doing their little thing, that little argument fight thing. I think that's going to be a trend. And Keisuke, his character development is still ongoing, and it's really nice actually. And when I say really nice, even though he was scared this episode, he's progressively improving. And eventually he's going to feel like yokai do exist. I believe that this is a whole big process to build him up. But there are a couple other really funny scenes, one with Natsumi and Akinori, where she actually waters him with the sprinkler that she was using to water plants, and Azusa does the same thing later on. And both Whisper and Michi were kind of funny, or Slimander. Whisper was talking about the Keisuke Onna and how its face deserts. And Akinori and G10 decide to mess with Whisper's face and even his hair. And it was pretty funny watching them like completely distort a poor little ghost. Poor Ghost Butler. Ghost lives matter. But this episode was really outstanding, and this is the first time other than the last episode where I would have to say this is an S-rank episode. Because this story was actually a lot deeper than what I thought when we actually dig into this. Of course we have Fukudo and Haruya in the episode, them going through some weird portal to the Yokai-verse, to where there's a gigantic cherry tree, and there's still the discussion of the Hime hunt. And I believe once Haruya finds the Hime, that the seal on this tree is going to be broke, and something crazy is going to happen. Because Haruya seems pretty power hungry. He's not showing it, which is a sign that he is hungry for power. But to dive into actual plot and the flow and the synopsis here, it's all about Azusa and her flower shop, basically. And basically she is the owner or a store member of a flower shop. She takes care of like tulips and other flowers. And she also takes care of some Venus flytraps and some other plant life, like a typical flower shop. And she talks to her plants, which is pretty interesting. And I didn't think that plants could become yokai, but apparently they can. Because our Keisuke Onna is actually a Venus flytrap. And when our detective agency discovered that, they rushed to warn Asuna, man, I'm even forgetting her name, and I even just watched the episode. I feel like she's not going to be a recurring character, even though she's adorable. But that's besides the point. She tries to do the adult thing by protecting the kids when the Keisuke Onna shows up. So she runs back to her flower shop and grabs a watering can to beat it down with. Turns out this Venus flytrap can take a double kick from Whisper and Michi and just like eat it up. And then Jibanyan shows up, and Jibanyan is also eaten. And then everyone else runs away. And then everyone else ends up getting eaten as well, except for Natsume. Her little flower brooch saves them. Turns out Pat-kun wants to be her friend because she likes flowers, just like Asuna. Yes, Asuna. Or Azusa. It's Azusa. I'm bad with remembering names, guys, but Pat-kun is nearly as cute as G-Tan. Or Junior. They both have that little cute design, the adorable eyes, the pink little cheeks. Yeah, it is Azusa. I just referenced another file. And it seems like this little guy's, Pat-kun's name could also be Gabriel in a different context. But this is cool. I like the light side of this more than I like the shadow side. And it seems as if our current shadow side yokai are actually no match for little Pat-kun. Because Pat-kun just kind of wasted them to a certain degree. But as Azusa comes back and starts to try to be the protective adult, the building that Pat-kun had been trying to protect Azusa from begins to fall towards Azusa, which is why Pat-kun became a yokai to begin with, to protect Azusa in the future. Pat-kun basically foresaw this event going on, and also Pat-kun's arc went to Natsume, so Pat-kun is still good. So Pat-kun springs into action and saves Azusa from the falling building, but poor little Pat-kun ends up getting wrecked by the building. But with the power of broken anime logic and sad anime scenes, we get a sad little scene with Azusa holding the damaged plant pot and the little damaged Venus flytrap. But as soon as Azusa goes off screen, the gang kind of turns to Toma, and Toma actually becomes Omatsu and basically fixes everything. And then the gang basically drops off the little Venus flytrap plant and pot to Azusa. And I really thought there at the end of the episode it was really, really sweet what Azusa said, "Okay, Lee, welcome home," to the little plant, and even stroked it or petted it. That was really cute. I know earlier I said I didn't want her to be a recurring character, but if there has to be a recurring adult, please let it be Azusa. Best girl, Azusa. But this episode has a lot going for it, just like the Dogman episode. There's a lot of parables within it. Like, if you treat something good, it's going to treat you good. And that, under certain situations, if you know a friend is in danger, you're going to be ready to spring into action if that friend is an important friend. And this was our first adult attack. This was our first time seeing that wicked-looking cherry blossom tree. I guess it's a cherry blossom tree to a certain extent. We know that the hunt for the Hime is still going on. There's a lot of context we're getting. And Akinori got a tiny bit of character development along with Keisuke, which is good. And this episode also really expanded the area, like the town itself, for immersion's sake, which is really nice, because immersion is important in these shows, especially how Double 5 utilizes immersion in games. So being introduced to the fact that this plant shop exists is really good. But that's been it for this episode review. I want to thank you for watching. I do appreciate your support. You guys have yourselves a wonderful morning, afternoon, and or evening. If you're liking the content, please like. We have a small like goal of 10 likes. And please comment, rate, and subscribe. I am out of here, and thank you guys again for the support.